All right, let's check the feed real quick. Shalom, bear with us. Just checking the feed. I'm just letting it pull up. Give me 1 second. This thing be taking forever. I hear it on yours, not pulling up on mine yet. Hold on.
Yeah, presets forward.
Okay, it's on there. Why is not? Okay, there we go. All right, we live. Hey, Shalom out there. Shalom, shalom. We are live. All right. So anyway, before we get into this thing, we are GMS Charlotte back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit. And before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect. That's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. Shalom to the elect. All right, we're back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakak Kodash, and we pray that this lesson is edifying. Okay. We want to get into this thing. The title here is his playing the victim tactics are no longer working for him. All right. And we're going to get into that. We got an article or two here and a video clip. And we're just going to continue to crush the narrative of these people being the chosen people of the Lord. All right. Because his victim tactics, his, him, being under attack, these games that these devils play, man, it's not holding any weight anymore. All right. All of his strongholds, his lies are being seen through. They're being destroyed. And that's what we're going to continue to do as we push forward in this lesson. All right. So before we get into it, let's play this video.
Most Christian Zionists in America have no idea that the people living in Israel are not native, the area of Palestine, Israel, whatever you want to call it. They were not born there. They immigrated from Europe.
Ashkenazi Jews.
They were Ashkenazi Jews who came in from Europe and with the rifle took the land. God didn't give it to them. They took it at the point of a rifle shooting Arabs, and they killed Muslims and Christians. They slaughtered them, massacres, women, children, horrible massacres. That is the history of Israel, 1948. And I dare any Christian Zionist to prove me wrong, because I can show you the historical records of the massacres that took place in 48. They were horrible, absolutely horrible, the people who were killed. And because of that, the Arabs developed a fury, an anger that European Ashkenazis just flooded in to Palestine and violently pushed them off their land.
Right. So as you heard, the facts are the facts, and the brothers, feel free to chime in if you got any scriptures or anything you want to say. Please feel free.
I had a quick one.
Go ahead.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith." Because the spirit that's in these Edomites, all right, is the spirit of Satan, man. All right, they're the wicked. Okay, so everything that you see them doing, they're doing it, to bring forth the will of Satan on the planet. Because we know this is his rulership right now. It says, "Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." So, as that video was going into, all right, these devils, forcibly took the promised land. All right, the land of Israel they got through what we know was known as the Balfour Declaration. All right, and pretty much since them being over there, All right, it's been war on that land ever since. Dealing with the Ishmaelites over there, man, because those aren't the people. All right, so everywhere this devil is gone throughout the earth, he has brought forth death and hell with it, man. So this proves to you that he is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. He is the Edomites, man. Y'all got it.
Yeah, and everything that you see in this picture here, this is all from the 48ers themselves. All right, as the scriptures say, the Lord will cause their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Right. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get that one in Job. Right. Okay. Because Esau is the one that's telling this. Right. We just land backing off of it. This is Job. Let me grab that real fast. All right. This is Job. I got two precepts. This is the first one here is Job 15 and 6. And it says, thy own mouth condemneth thee, right? Thy own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yea, thy own lips testify against thee, right? So these Edomites, are bringing out the truth upon themselves, and the Lord put a certain spirit upon these Edomites for them to reveal their own selves, man. You see? All these resources here are all from 48er websites. See? Let me add one more. Okay, so we're done playing these games, man. All right, that victim shit, it don't work. Matter of fact, let me get that before I get that precept, because we're looking up that word. Me and Priest was looking up that word victimize earlier, right? So it says here, victimize. It says to make victim of, to subject to deception or fraud, cheat. You see that? Because pretty much, when you play that role of trying to be the victim, it's all deception. It's fraud. Just as they call themselves the people, it's all lies and deceit. Some of the synonyms here: defraud, con, cheat, beat. You see what I'm saying? And this is what these devils are doing by putting forth that I don't even want to say the word, which we're gonna get in the article, man. All right, but real quick, all right, let me get that next precept. This is Jeremiah 16 in verse 19, and it says, "O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies. Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit." Right. So now in the earth, in the planet Earth now, okay, the truth is coming out that what ultimately these people have nothing to do with Yahweh Shema Shah. These are not the people of the Lord. All right. And that's being acknowledged all over the planet Earth. Surely our fathers have inherited lies. See, you're in actuality, you are the Edomites. All right. You descend from Esau. You don't descend from Jacob. All right. And that's just the truth. Right. And this is why Esau, all right, starting with the top of the top, the 48ers, this is why they're ready to just shut down completely the internet. Okay. Because there's nothing else that they can really do. Going all the way back with the controversy with Kanye West, which all you brothers remember that. All right. When Kanye was talking his talk, and look what happened to him. They basically canceled him. You see what I'm saying? Kyrie Irving, right? Well, all he did was post a link to a what was it, Netflix or Amazon video. From Negroes, from Hebrews to Negroes, man. All right. All he did was post that on his Twitter account or whatever the case was, and they went after his neck because Kyrie Irving has such a large following. You see what I'm saying? And once this information got out there, you see what happened. All right. So this is why they're doing everything in their power to control the narrative that's going out, but it's too late. And you brothers got it if you want to add anything.
God, I had two.
Go ahead,
because you were speaking about how the all these different things exposing how Esau isn't the true people. His own people are saying that. So real quick, this is Psalm 64 and verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's what we're seeing taking place, because see, everybody will try to disprove what we bring out dealing with how these people ain't the real children of Israel. But when if it's own people that's saying it, everybody's quiet. Everybody acts like they don't see that though, man. So it's just they probably play stupid when we bring it out. Like you were saying earlier, all right, people will go and lean on the so-called white man just for the simple fact that he's the so-called white man. But when he's bringing out his own evidence to prove, all right, will disprove his own lies, now everybody wants to turn a blind eye to that, though, man. Like vocab, all these different things that we bring out to disprove that vocab don't have the truth. He doesn't pay that no attention, but he wants to always attack everything that we use, man. So one more, because like you said, that mischief, all right, dealing with that victimization definition. Okay, that victimization is really just a form of deceit that he has put upon himself, all right, when he wants the world to sympathize for him. So this is the book of Psalms chapter 10, verse 7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And he's able to paint the picture to make it seem like, he's this great loving people like the scriptures tell you, all right, that Satan transformed himself into an angel of light. So when the different things are coming out against him that is going against that image that he painted for himself, all right, that's when he plays the victim card. And then everybody gets sympathetic because once again, he's the so-called white man. He can never be wrong. And they pretty much throw out all the evidence against him, man. Y'all got it.
Yeah, and that's a great point, man, that you just made mention of, because here it is. All these people try to come against us and disprove that, we're not the people. But when this type of information comes out, nobody has shit to say, right? The irony, right? And once again, like Priest was saying, just backing them up, we have the truth, man. All right? We are the people of the Lord. We are the Hebrew Israelites, man. It is what it is. All right? So the Spirit is upon us to continue to hammer down on this narrative, right? It is what it is, man. Okay? He ultimately, Esau, all right, he's at the end of his kingdom, man. He's getting ready to meet his great demise, man. So right now, these are all what you would call desperation attempts, all right, to keep his narrative going on. But it's a done deal, all right? The Lord raised up the true prophets, okay, declaring his downfall, declaring these prophecies, the end of his kingdom, the ushering in of our kingdom, the return of Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? So he has nothing left, right? You brothers, guy, you want to speak? Go ahead.
Just real quick. This is Nahum 3rd chapter, and starting in the 5th verse, it reads, "Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame." As the elder just mentioned, man, these are all tactics that Esau Edom is using to try to offset these prophecies, man. Right? They see themselves being exposed at all time levels. So now you have, things such as the ADL, come in being set up in order to dissuade the minds of the people, man. But the nations have already been shown, that this is the devil that the Bible is speaking of, man. Right? Chiefly speaking on Amalek, right? Verse 6. It says, "And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock." And that's what we're seeing right now, is that the world is seeing this man for what he truly is, man. The vile beast man of the earth, man. Right? We're seeing him, being the hammer that is destroying the whole earth. That's smiting the nations with that continual stroke. Right? Now he's just playing damage control right now because he's being exposed at all time levels.
Hey, the whole thing of being white is under attack, man. Like the video we did a while back. That's just showing you how Esau sees that all eyes are upon him, man. All right, and now he's feeling that pressure. Okay, I got a couple. This is going right adding to what you just brought up, Cornwall. Jeremiah 49:10. "But I have made Esau bare; I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." So the whole world, all right, is key to the fact that, hey, the so-called white man, Esau Edom, is the devil, man. All right, everybody's starting to see it for themselves. You see in all these different nations coming out and speaking against him. All right, and like you said, now he has to do damage control because that image of him being that angel of light is being attacked on all fronts, man. All right, he don't like that, man, because we all know his history, like you brought out in that video at the beginning. We're starting to come to find out that everything Esau has done, he has gotten it by the sword, man. All right, he has stolen it. All right, he has robbed the land. He has murdered to get everything that he owns, man. All right, so this shows you that this is the Edomite. So this is John 10:10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have a lot, that might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. So Esau's his track record is constantly being thrown back in his face now. Now everybody is seeing this devil for who he is, and now he's being targeted. Last one, Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised, and everybody is starting to hate this devil, man. You know, he can't hide. He can't hide himself no more, man. Y'all got it.
That's right. That's right. Let's just reading this definition here. This is what it's about. Like the brother said, damage control. Here it is right here, the point, that definition of damage control. It says any efforts as by a company or a group of people, right? Any efforts as by a company to curtail losses, counteract unfavorable publicity, etc. And that's what it is. This is why all these different leagues and ADL, all this stuff was created to counteract unfavorable publicity, man. Right? Esau set this up. He set up all these different movements and groups to counteract the truth. Okay? This is all set up to stop the truth from going out, man. To shut anybody down. This is why you have something called cancel culture. Right? This is what all this stuff is for. So anything that's against the narrative that they're pushing, all right, they got to counteract it. Okay? Because now you're being found out as what? As the liar of the earth, the devil, the fraud, the cheater. Okay? You're responsible for the destruction. You own all the companies that's destroying the people, you controlling the food, the water, you putting toxins in the air, you know, they're all behind this shit, man. You know, so they're doing everything they can to counteract it all, but it's not working. You see what I'm saying?
If I can add to you, because what you were saying as far as Esau trying to, move that blame off of him, this is why he invented the word, anti-Sem. All right. And it's funny because when you watch that movie Oppenheimer, they actually slip up and let you know that in the movie that, when they was talking about building the nuclear bomb, all right, they said that if anybody, questions what they're doing, they'll just throw that label out there and then they got to leave it alone, man. So going into the origin of what that word, this is from the submersive-ish writer Moritz Steinschneider invented the term anti-Sem in 1860. The term is used to silence those who dare to expose small hat crimes, which is another reason why the ADL was created. And when you go into their origin, they were created because it was a small hat dude that raped and killed a little girl, I believe, little girl, and to keep him from going on trial to be found guilty, they created that ADL to protect them. And eventually that is a covering cast for all the rest of these damn small hats and their wickedness, man. And it's not a coincidence that it was a billboard that got a picture taken of it. It said that anti-Sem will go as far as we allow it. And you can look it up on jewbelong.org, So this shows you that Esau, he knows that he's being found out, man. Okay?
That's right. Let's get into the article. Enough with the games, right? So this is from the Jerusalem Post, an actual 48er website. So the headline, it reads, it says 48 figures unite against anti-Sem on X and call on Musk to make changes. Under the campaign title X Out Hate, all right, because they have all these groups to so-called get rid of hate speech, hate in the world, right? It says 100 prominent 48 leaders are trying to draw Elon Musk's attention to the anti-Sem discourse happening on the platform. And it's not just on X, it's on all these social media platforms, right? It says, read it on. It says 100 prominent 48 small hat leaders representing a diverse array of backgrounds and affiliations, have joined forces to decry the surge in anti-Sem discourse on X, formerly Twitter, and to call attention to the role of his owner, Elon Musk. Right? So basically, they're putting the pressure on him. And you already know it's all set up because he's going to give in, And it says, and it's going to be more posts taken down, anything that you post on there is going to get flagged, taken off, We already know how this is going to go. Same thing that you see is going on YouTube, man. Right? It says, under the campaign title Exile Hate, they wrote that, quote, we are a group of rabbis, leaders of small hat organizations, artists, activists, and academics. All right. So these are 48ers from all over the place, man, coming together. It says, the letter stated, it says, quote, we have diverse ideologies and beliefs, but we have come together to address the danger Elon Musk and X represent to small hats and others. All right, let's jump down. And here's the issue right here. The has spread like wildfire, right? It says we have watched in horror, right? We have watched in horror as a new stage of anti-Sem discourse has spread like wildfire on one of America's largest social media networks. They added, right? So this is a problem, right? Can somebody get Isaiah 13:2 real quick?
I got it.
Go ahead, and break it down.
Okay. This is the book of, I'll start at verse 1. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Okay. And that high mountain, when you look in the scriptures, the word mountain oftentimes references governments. Okay. And this truth serves as that banner. Okay. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand. All right. You're shaking the hand. When you think about this gesture, when you see brothers on the highways and hedges, brothers are literally doing that. They're shaking the hand. All right. And chanting down all of the wickedness that's promoted in this society under the rulership of Esau, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And the gates of the nobles will represent your elitists. All right. In this case, the Amalekites, all right, the nation of Edom, which the Amalekites are the chief nation of Edom, okay? And this word, which is speaking against them, is reaching their attention. That's why, as Aquan had made mention of in this article, this quote-unquote hate speech that's being shunned, it's not really hate speech. It's really just speaking out against the reality of the situation, which is the Edomite hegemony is wicked as all hell. I had another precept, if I may, Zaquan, unless you had.
No, go ahead, bring it out. Go in.
Con, because I just wanted to feed off of that, right? Because when you had made mention of that article, I just did a quick Google search. There was a article that was posted August 17th, 2023 on USA Today. The article is titled "From Nazi Propaganda to Holocaust Denial, Social Media is Pushing Hate on Users," according to a study. All right. And that's exactly what Zaquan had made mention of. These things are not just happening on X, but all platforms. Right. And of course, who was the one that coordinated the study? The ADL. All right. Now, they made mention of the fact that throughout the article, there is an algorithm that's partly to blame for promoting this hate, when really, again, we're just in the time of exposure. All right. This is Daniel's chapter 12 and verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. All right. And one of these major elements that this truth, this gospel is being spread is through the unicorn, man. All right. And the social medias, they play a part into the unicorn. They play a part in the age of information, the internet. All right. That's why Esau is at the point where he's trying to play the victim and create a clause for him to lock down and regulate these platforms.
Mm-hmm. And I had a precept. You finished, bro?
Yes, sir.
Kind just to add to you, this is Isaiah 29 and 21. It says that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. And that's ultimately what Esau is setting up to do, man. All right, to make it to where all those that are calling out these devils, all those that don't agree with the status quo, all those that are coming against the New World Order, all right, these devils are literally going to make this this word, this truth, an offense to speak. All right, truth, so-called truth is being under attack, man. So as it says that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproved in the gate. Right. So, hey, Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, that's just a small example of what they're going to do worldwide, because the elites are being made aware that people are waking up to their bullshit, man. Like I was telling Capo about before we got on, the video Eddie Yashwama just did, his News and Prophecy. You actually got average people calling out the bankers. They see what these bankers are doing. They're seeing, all right, that they're literally trying to make it the has versus the have not, the rich versus the poor, man. So that anti-sim is just an excuse for them to, come down with harder draconian measures to come against those that speaking the truth, man. Specifically being the Israelites, man. Y'all got it.
That's exactly what it is, right? Well stated, brothers. Let's go back to it. So as we read here, let's read it again. It says, quote, "We have watched in horror as a new stage of anti-Sem discourse has spread like wildfire on one of America's largest social media networks." They added, right? Can't stop this thing. This thing is flooding all over these different social media platforms, man. Because you have Israelites on every platform, Twitter or X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right? It's camp videos, lessons going out on all these different platforms, But anyway, reading on, it says, over the past several years, these leaders claim to have watched, right? Because what Esau's watching, right? The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him, as the scriptures say. It says, over the past several years, these leaders claim to have watched with increasing alarm as anti-Sem discourse has proliferated on X, right? As we just read Isaiah 13, verse 2, that this word has gone up to who? To the gates of the nobles. And that word nobles goes back to what? To the nobility. It breaks down to nobility or princes. And who's the prince of this world? All right, going back to the chief house of Esau, Amalek. So it says leaders claim to have watched with increasing alarm as anti-Sem discourse has proliferated on X, and they attribute this disturbing trend to Elon Musk ownership and influence over the platform. Quote, all of this has been facilitated and enabled by his owner, Elon Musk, they stressed, right? And you see this guy, Jonathan Greenblatt. He's like the head guy of the ADL, right? So it says the list of leaders is varied and includes rabbis from all religious streams, including leaders who are not affiliated to any stream. Though a majority of those who have signed are on the liberal side of the political map, but there are a number who are more conservative. Read it on. Among the grievances, all right, because hey, this word is grievous unto this devil. This word is grievous unto the wicked, right? Among the grievances voiced by the coalition was a number of issues, such as escalation of anti-Sem discourse. The group contends that since Elon Musk's takeover of X, the platform has become a breeding ground for more dangerous anti-Sem rhetoric. You see that? So they're blaming X or Twitter or whatever, for as being a breeding ground for all of this narrative going out about them. Because remember, they love to play this role of being the victim, right? Woe is me, right? You got something up?
Yep, I just had something right quick.
You got it, brother. Go ahead.
You know, because this devil, he's upset that he's being exposed. You know, a lot of people are starting to wake up to the madness, and they're starting to take a look from a different angle. All right, that veil is being lifted. This is Isaiah 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain, again, the word mountain, speaking of government, the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. So this is the time when Esau is being exposed, man. All right, that veil which blinded everybody from seeing what it is that Esau does behind closed doors, how he literally coordinates, economic hitmen to take over different parts and regions of the planet, how he oppresses the rich and the poor, all right, how he oppresses the Israelites. His whole hegemony, all right, is being exposed, especially on these platforms, man. And now these particular individuals are having the spotlight put on them, and they're being shown to be nothing more than liars, man. And they hate that. Esau has always dodged accountability, but that shows you who he is.
That's right, brother. Let's read some more. So reading on this article here, it says, quote, it has made fringe figures mainstream, spread conspiracy theories that endanger small hats, reinstated neo-Nazis and other anti-you-know-whats, and destroyed the content moderation that once kept things like I don't even want to say it, and hate speech minimized, they said. In addition, they claim there has been content moderation failures. The platform, once known for its content moderation efforts, was accused of failing to effectively combat hate speech and the you-know-what denial and other forms of bigotry, thereby allowing these dangerous ideas to flourish. And see, this is the thing. So, like, I did a lesson a couple of days ago going into basically prepare to be criminalized for the truth, because it came out that the Pentagon just made a major deal with a social network monitoring platform, right? So Esau is ready to just clip every goddamn thing, all right? He's ready to come down with that wrath. He's ready to label you as a pushing hate and terrorism or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're ready to just fully clamp down, as Tazawan was saying earlier, man. Okay, because this truth is destroying them. All right. Well, 2 Corinthians 10, right? That this word was going to basically destroy, those strongholds.
I got it.
I got it for you. You got it, bro. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter. Oh, it's like you say Corinthians.
And break it down.
I got you. 1 second. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to the pulling down of strongholds. So, and we know that we're not fighting against this devil carnally, man. All right, we're fighting against him with the truth, man. And our weapons, all right, are these scriptures, man. Okay, the truth is tearing down this devil, all right, in every way, because the pulling down of strongholds is pretty much the exposing of all his lies, man. Okay, it says casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High. And that's everything that Esau has put out in the world. All right, his story, all right, his so-called science, all right, his the lies that's he's perpetuated throughout the earth, being how the Heavenly Father, his Son, and the children of Israel are so-called white. All right, how salvation has been opened up until everybody, all these different lies. The truth is exposing all that, man. It says, cast down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. So, as it tells you, Isaiah 30:20, how the remnant is turning back into the Most High. All right, we're not going to no longer rely on them that smoting us, because a part of them smoting us was us, getting hit with all these lies, man. So now we're no longer taking part in anything that Esau is saying, man. So we are pretty much crushing his his kingdom through the truth, man. And I got one more just to add to that point. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And this is why Esau is ready to crack down, because all this truth that's coming out is pretty much put him, so far in the corner to where he has no choice but to, just to come all the way with it, man. Because the Lord is waking up his elect. He's bringing the truth out in all aspects, man. There's no corner that Esau can no longer hide in, man. Okay? You got it.
And that's the point right there, priest. Yahweh Shema Shai is waking up his elect. That's what it's about. All right. Remember, Revelation 11 and what? 11?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The spirit of life entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. See? So let's finish it out. It says, read it on. It says, just as bad must has himself engaged in anti-Sem and has promoted other to his more than 155 million followers, the leader said. The coalition cited numerous instances in which Musk himself has engaged in anti-Sem behavior and promoted other individuals with anti-beliefs to his mass following. Quote, we are alarmed by his targeting of the ADL, not because of our views of the organization, but because of the way he has used the organization as a very clear stand-in for representation of small hat power. Right? Let's see if there's any more. It's a long article. I mean, the point was there. Let me jump down. Here we go. And you can read this article on your own. But let me just finish it out here at the bottom. It says, we got to read that. So it says, we are deeply disappointed in the failure of media organizations and others in telling the story, they said. They expressed deep disappointment in the media organizations for not adequately covering the dangers posed by Musk and his platform, asserting that his history of and the grave risk it presents have been whitewashed or ignored. They suggested that, quote, often his claims about the ADL and other conspiracy theories are taken at face value. It says, in a call to action, the coalition urged all companies and governmental organizations engaged in business with Musk to sever their ties with his various enterprises. You see, and this is what they do, right? This is what they do. When you come against them, they're ready to cut you off. They're ready to cancel you. Like they said, they're calling all these businesses to cut ties with Elon Musk because of what's being pushed on his platform. And you mean to tell me these niggas ain't got power? They don't control everything, right? It says,
if I may add, just to
you got it.
Just to quote the bullshit that they had said in that article, how they said that Elon Musk, they were offended that he made the observation that the ADL served as a organization for the small hat community, right? Now, when you go to the website for these niggas and you look up their aim, they tell you their mission is to stop the defamation of the small hat people and to secure justice and fair treatment to all. And when they say all, they already told you a few words above who it is that they're speaking of. All right. So they do serve as an organization for the small hat people, man. That's the whole point of them.
That's what it's all about, for them to save face, damage control, right? So they don't get that, as we read the definition. They don't want to get that. They want to counteract unfavorable publicity. You see? Come on, man. So, hey, the world is seeing through your lies, man. Finishing it out. It says they concluded that, quote, Musk has shown a refusal to back down from the danger he poses to small hats and other minorities in vulnerable communities, man. So once again, his playing the victim role, those tactics, they're no longer working, man. They no longer hold weight. Okay? It is what it is. We're in a time, as brothers have been going into, the time of exposure. Let me get that. All right. This is Luke chapter 8, verse 17. And it reads, and this is red letter Yahushua speaking. Luke 8 and 17, it says, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." So we're in a time of heavy exposure, man. All things that were hid are now coming to the light, man. All right. The Lord is removing, as the brother said earlier, Lord is removing that covering cast, man. He's removing that veil. People understand what's going on. Even so-called commoners, they know what's up. Okay. They know who's controlling. And the scriptures say that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. So who controls the money? Who controls the food? Who controls the water? Who controls, what's put in the food and the air and water? Who controls the military? You see what I'm saying? We already know the answer to that question. All right. So we're in a time of him being chased out of the world. Let me get that too. Okay. This is why they shook. This is why they just, like we said, this is why they're ready to just shut it all down. Right? They need another government shutdown. They need another virus to pop up and close everything down. They need these things. Right? Let me get that real quick. Bear with me. You know what? Salakia. Let me just move on. Let me see what else I had here. Unless you brothers want to speak on anything. Oh yeah, let me bring this out. This is from out of the book Who Was Esau Edom. All right, just a quick little excerpt here. So let's just read this. Okay, as we read the scriptures earlier, his own tongue shall fall upon themselves, man. So this says here, it says the best historical evidence therefore shows that the small hats are not descended directly from the Israelites of the Bible, but derive much of their ancestry from the Khazars, the Khazars and other people of Turkish Asiatic blood. The Khazars are also of Edomite stock, and both stocks make up the present day 48ers, as historian H.G. Wells states. He quotes, "The Idumeans, Edomites, were made 48ers, and a Turkish people, Khazars, were mainly 48ers in South Russia. The main part of their Jewry never was in Judea and had never come out of Judea. According to the Jewish Encyclopedia, the original stock of the Khazars came from the land of Edom." Okay, there you have it with the citations and all. Right? So the point we're making in this lesson, it's time for you devils to stop playing these damn games. It's over with, man. All right? The truth is the truth. You can do nothing against the truth before the truth. All right? You brothers got it if you want to add anything,
I was going to read the excerpt. Just add to that picture you just brought out. If you could put that back on the screen, the Khazarian one. So this is just giving a little bit of history to prove what Ashiar just read. So this is dealing with Kagam Bulan. It says Bulan was a Khazar king who led the conversion of the Khazars to Judaism in 740 AD. It says surrounded by Muslim and Christian forces, being a pagan nation made him a target for invasion. For safety, he decided to convert his kingdom to a neutral belief of Judaism, and since the original Hebrew people were lost, taking their identity and hiding its pagan rituals and language within the Hebrew characters, which is known as Yiddish, would be easy. And this is what we see right now. This is why the Lashon Kodash isn't, pretty much credited by the Edomites, man, because they don't recognize that as being true Hebrew, because they have fooled the world thinking that Yiddish, which is, it's a bastard tongue because it's two languages mixed together. All right. That's the Hebrew that they accept, man. All right. So like I said, if Esau does not validate it, then it's not true. All right. So it says in the Sketcher letters, I believe how you say that, Khazar King Joseph traces his lineage back to King Bulan and explains the reform of Khazar ruler Obadiah, responsible for much of the kingdom's Jewish conversion. Today's so-called Ishis are descendant of the Khazars and have no blood ties to the Hebrews of the Bible. They have cleverly hidden their identity from the outside world while inwardly continuing their pagan worship of their god Renfram, also called Molech, worshiping the star of Renfram, which they now call the Star of David, and was the seal used to identify Khazaria. With their false identity, they've gained control of much of the world's leading industries. And this is all coming out on this devil, which is why he wants to clip the internet, get the prophets off the highways and byways, and get you people indoctrinated into his new world order and way of thinking, man. Because they're tired of people finding this thing out, man. All this information that's been brought out on these devils, man, they can't hide no more.
And if I may say, priest, when it says in Isaiah 13:1, that burden, it goes into something oppressive and worrisome, so that's what we're seeing, the worry, the fear, these devils. That's why they're pulling out all the stops right now, man. Are they trying to shut down the whole internet? They're trying to shut off people's bank accounts so you can't buy or sell, right? You get presented with that charagma, right? And all this is to keep people from realizing what you just read, man, right? That these men, have no ties, to the biblical Israelites, man. And that they're actually the ones who are causing all this death and despair, going on in the world, man.
Heavy points, Akim. I got that scripture real quick. This is let's pull this in the screen. All right, this is Job 18, and we'll start at 14, and it reads, it says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and we're seeing that right now. All right, his confidence is being destroyed. Because their confidence, they had their confidence in what? Their lies, right? So it says his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors, Yahushua. Verse 15, it shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation, which is going to be that nuclear destruction. It says his roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off, because the Lord is going to completely get rid of Esau. It says his remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. And that's what's happening right now. Okay. He's being chased out of the world. He's being exposed. He's being called out. All right. That taunting proverb, as it tells you, I believe in Micah, that taunting proverb, man, he's being revealed. He's being exposed. He's being mocked. You see what I'm saying? And they can't take it. They can't hide behind those refuge of lies anymore. You see what I'm saying? It says verse 19, it says, he shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. Verse 20, they that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they went before, frightened. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh by Shemawashah. So ultimately, these devils know that their destruction is upon them, and there's nothing they can do, right? This is why they're trying to control this word, or control the narrative. They're trying to offset the prophecies. None of that's going to work. All right? You got it.
Oh, no, I was looking for something. I can't find it. You got it.
So, yeah, y'all brothers got anything? I mean, that's pretty much the point, man. Just laying out the facts, man. He can't play his victim tactics. They're not working no more. It is what it is. And you made a great point, Priest, earlier about the fact of how you got all these devils and these non-believers that come against us trying to disprove on how we're not the people of the Lord. But when this information is presented, nobody says nothing. That's why the Lord is going to get at every last one of you damn scoffers, non-believers, you Edomites, and the rest of you heathen, you 2/3 niggas that support him, right? The Lord going to visit every last one of y'all, man, right? Because we know we got the truth, man. Like Elder Yashawamba says all the time, us trying to prove that we're the people, all that's done. All right, it's time for you devils to start answering questions, man. You know, start bringing forth your opinions or whatever the case is, man. All right, we got the truth.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
Prove your cause, man. At the end of the day, scripture say this, Luke 21:15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So you can't say nothing against the truth, man. So this is why Esau has to come with the demonization, all right, with the lies, because he has the power of the media behind him, so he can paint us in any light that he sees fit for his agenda. So of course he's going to use the media to demonize us, to make us look bad, all right. But in all actuality, you're trying to call us terrorists. You're the true terrorist of the planet, man. Going into everybody's land, all right, oppressing them, all right, like it tells you with that Micah 2, all right, oppress a man even in his own heritage, all right. So in the end of the day, man, like I said, the whole world is waking up to you being the problem on the earth. Yeah, the Edomites in a whole, but specifically you Amalekites, man, because you are the ones spearheading all what's wrong in the earth, man. If I can get this, Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants and the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and should have destroyed them which destroy the earth. So the Lord is putting the spirit on everybody on the planet to call out these devils, man, because we're entering into the time to where Esau is about to get his judgment, man. So everybody is bearing witness to his wickedness. Therefore, when the Lord returns, man, he's about to serve Esau the greatest judgment ever known to man. You know.
that's right, priest, man. So that's pretty much it. You brothers want to add anything else? Like Tazwan, Quanawaf, you got anything you want to add in there? All right, so that's pretty much it, man. Hey, we don't want to continue to beat a dead horse, but hey, the facts are the facts. The truth is the truth, man. And we got it. All right. So, hey, we pray that you brothers and sisters out there were edified. It is what it is, man. He is, none of his lies, none of his tactics are working anymore, man. So we're gonna close it out. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are the true leaders of Israel today. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you brothers, and shalom to the elect. We almost out of here, man. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.